Hello everyone, welcome to the Ahdurin region. I am your host, Ahdurin himself, and welcome to Detective Grimoire. Yeah, you might be thinking, wait a minute, didn't you finish that game? Isn't there a sequel? This doesn't look like the sequel. That would be correct. This is not the sequel. This is, in fact, the prequel, I guess you could say. Or at least the game made before the first game, which was the one we played on the channel just now, The Secret of the Swamp. It's either Secret of the Swamp or Secret in the Swamp, I can't remember exactly. But this is the Flash game that actually inspired the whole series as a whole. I was able to get my hands on it through some maneuvering. So this game was, as you can see, published in 2007. You see Detective Grimoire looking fairly similar to how he looked in the game that we played just now. Um, so why don't we get into this? I don't actually know if this is a game that you can save or not. So the style of this is probably going to be different in that I might just play through the entire game and then break it up into portions or something like that. If it's short, I might play through the entire thing. Again, I know very little about this game beside the fact that this was made before the Grimoire series and eventually Tangle Tower, which is the one after the Swamp game that we just played. Um, Both of those are longer games. This one I'm not 100% sure, so we're going to play through this, and if I notice that it can be segmented into parts, and I'll play it in parts, or not, then I won't. Again, not 100% sure about it. Also, I think I have set the volume to a level that you can hear the sounds. I've played through, not even played through, I just watched the intro sequence and stuff like that. So let us go into that. Um, you can see the about the game. Detective Grimoire is a character-driven mystery game made in Flash, which is why there was concern about whether or not this game could be played, because obviously Flash isn't supported anymore. So the game is a bit more complex than most Flash games you'll find on the internet. It involves searching for clues, discovering evidence, talking to witnesses, and solving the mystery. In the game, you play as Detective Grimoire himself, but you'll meet a variety of different characters along the way. The game was made by the Super Flash Bros, Dim and Tom. I think they go by SFB Games, I think. So again, for more information, you can check out that link. I believe that link takes them to the current games, the current site right now. So support them because I enjoy their games, and I'm hoping that there's a sequel to Tangle Tower coming soon. Maybe, hopefully, they do a bunch of other games as well. Some of them that I actually remember from like other playthroughs on YouTube and stuff like that. So play more games, armorgames.com, superflashbros.net. Not 100% sure both of these are supported now. I know flashbros.net goes to the current SFB. Again, don't quote me on this. The easiest thing to do is just search them up online. Um, my big brain self just noticed a continue button, so I assume there is a save function. Anyway, let us just dive into this. So let's go. PDP Files 54. Victim Hugh Everton. Crime murder. At 10:28 last night, a body was found at the local fairground that operates just outside of town. The cleaner, one Jerry Spears, discovered the dead body of his former colleague inside the Hall of Mirrors. All the evidence points to murder. The clown, Charles Ringer, who works at the very same fairground, is the main suspect. He seems to have some less than favourable links with the victim. If this grim case remains unsolved, the fairground manager, Mr. Gary Coyles, has stated he will have to permanently shut down operations. Private Detective Grimoire has been called in to clear things up. We've got one evening to find the truth about what happened last night. If Grimoire can't solve this mystery, no one can. So, hopefully you enjoyed the little intro thing. This game, unlike the future remake The swamp. The secret of the swamp. Unlike the secret of the swamp, this game I don't believe is voice acted, so I don't have voices necessarily for all the characters. I'll try to base it off of the ones in the Detective Grimoire game, but again, this might just be completely off key. Anyway, this is Officer James, the same Officer James that was in the boat. You'll see a lot of references and connections between these games. I won't pick them all out, partly because, hey, you should go see that series, even though that came before this, even though this came before that. Anyway, regardless of all that, I'm not going to repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time, right? Something pretty nasty happened here last night. I'd say that everyone in that fairground is a suspect, and you've only got this one evening to do your thing. You have this sort of voice, right? My thing? Don't tell me you're getting nervous now. The other guys tell me you're the best at this. You're not going to let me down, are you? It's your job to talk to the suspects and explore the fairground for clues. You'll obviously need to take a look at the crime scene. I'm not sure why that's laughing, okay. Don't overlook any details, understand? Right. I think I understand. I have a bad feeling about this place. I can't shake it. Oh, I'm trying to remember Grimoire's voice in the game, because it's sort of like this, oh, I understand, like hot, sort of, I can't pick it. James's voice, I think I have down pat, or it's completely off. Anyway, everyone is a suspect. It's your job to find out who has a credible alibi and who is lying to you. You know, that sort of like style. Anyway, you should be able to work out who the murderer is by proving everyone else innocent. If you're confused about what to do, don't hesitate to ask me. Alternatively, the tutorial information is available from your notes page, where you can also save your game. There you go. Okay, so we can save this. Alright, we don't have to worry about, one full episode or something like that, so let's go. Again, I have no idea what this game is, so I'm worried the decisions are bad, so I'm not gonna ask him the mustaches anyway. What's with the mustache? Ahem. That's neither here nor there. Tell me about it. That thing is here, there, everywhere. I'm just gonna have Grimoire's voice be mine, because I can't... Oh, I want to get Grimoire's voice like Pat. It's like, I don't really have a... It's like a little higher than my normal voice, maybe. Also, he's moving. That's cool. I'm not gonna repeat myself again, Grimoire. You're listening this time, right? Feeling pretty happy here. This is... Okay, this is just gonna copy this stuff again. Okay, great. Help. Okay, so we can go through... Yeah, we might as well go through this. This is going to be as much of a complete playthrough as possible, so... Objectives, what do I have to do? So I'll read this out. Everyone you meet will initially have a red suspect stamp on their profile. Once you discover everything you can about each person and clear up their alibis, those red stamps will be replaced by green stamps. You'll need to get a green innocent stamp for all of the suspects, apart from one, obviously. Once you have proved everyone else innocent, go back and talk to Officer James. You'll need to know who the murderer is and what the murder weapon was. Then we'll go over the details. Remember, just because you've proven someone innocent doesn't mean you should stop talking to them. You might get some helpful responses to certain clues. Okay? Interesting. Let me just check and see. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm just bouncing back and forth so that the volume isn't too crazy. Plus, I also want to keep a good time check on when episodes are and like when they should finish and stuff like that. Anyway, moving. How do I go between areas? You can move between areas you've already visited with the blue arrows in the bottom corners of the screen. The back arrow at the bottom will take you outdoors if you're inside the building. Once you have a map, you can use it to travel between locations quickly. You can also move around by examining doorways and paths. Makes sense, right? Yep. Makes sense to me. Talking to people? How can I talk to people? If you see someone in an area, examine them to start talking. They'll appear on the screen, you'll have entered talk mode. Click through the dialogue and choose different topics on the left side of the screen. You can also present clues to suspects from the clues menu. Simply click a clue when you are in the same area as a suspect to ask them about it. If you can't get enough information out of someone, try presenting clues that you think are relevant. Is everything on the screen? Yes, okay. I just thought about that because there's stuff on the side that I'm not 100% sure comes on, but it seems like everything's there. Yep, that's good. Clues. What are clues? You'll find clues scattered around the areas of the fairground, no doubt. Examine something if you think it might be a clue. They'll be important evidence for making your conclusions about what happened. You can also show them to people you see. Use the talk menu to do this. All clues are also automatically put down as notes in each area. Okay. What's on the notes page? The notes page acts as a menu screen. On the left page, you can access notes about each area that will be automatically added as you explore the fairground. You can access all the tutorial information from the notes page. Don't forget to go over it if you get stuck. You can also save your game from the notes page. If you're getting tired, you can save and close down the flash window. You're free to come back and load in your game data. I don't know why I stumbled over that sentence. All information will be saved, so there are no worries. Okay. Frequently asked questions. Alright, let's go through this. I know who the murderer is. Why haven't I won yet? You need to gather enough information to confirm the alibis of the other suspects. Once you've replaced all of the red suspect stamps with green innocent stamps on the profile page, then you can talk to Officer James about the details of the murder. I've talked to a person about all the topics that appeared. Why are they still a suspect? Sometimes you'll need to present a relevant clue before you can get the truth out of a person, clear up their alibi, and conclude that they are innocent. Think hard about what the different clues would mean to them. Why can I not travel to certain areas? Some areas are not available until you have progressed in the game. Incidentally, you cannot jump to a new area if it means skipping over another new area. You have to take it one step at a time, basically. Once you've been to the areas, you can go wherever you want in one step. Okay. Seems legit. Okay, I guess I just opened the notes pad. So we're currently in the car park. There's the help, and then we can save the game. We don't need to save now. At least we're good. Alright, so I'm gonna be honest, I really like the style of this, especially considering this is 2007. I enjoy this style. Anyway, let's move to the fairground entrance. Okay. There's someone there. Wait, what? Hi. No, wait, no. I know who this character is, because this is the little girl that randomly appears in the next game, I believe, at least. I'm certain that you can find a little sort of thing. Like, I'm trying to think. Oh, dear detective. Her voice I will not be imitating. What on earth? Where are your parents? This is the scene of a crime. I know. That's why I'm gonna help you out, detective. Why did you say... Oh, detective? What? Why did you say it like that? I'm a real detective. In that case, where's your hat? If I had a nickel. Oh, so playing the future game gets a lot of like relationships between that and this. So like the hat missing and stuff like that. Detectives don't have to wear hats anymore. Plus it messes up my hair. I believe you. Anyway, hat or not, you're still gonna need this. Map? Of the fairground? Hey, thanks. See you later. I have no idea who that was, but I'm pretty sure she's not the murderer. I sure hope not, anyway. Okay, maybe this is just going to be Officer James's voice is accurate, and the rest are just my normal, standard little girl voice, standard protagonist voice, or something like that. Also, she gives you the map in the sequel. That's fun. Also, that's a terrifying picture. Move outside to the fun house. That's a fun house? Okay. Anyway. Clues are found scattered around the fairground. Examine curious things. I don't know why I can't speak. Clues are found scattered around the fairground. Examine curious things to see if they are clues. You can present clues to the suspect from this menu. Try and show the suspects relevant clues. Makes sense. We've got the map here as well. So we are here. That's the car park, the fairground entrance, and then the future stuff. So again, I think this means like we can't skip to here. You can't see my screen thing. You can't skip to the can ring thing over here before going to the giant sticky note looking thing. Map, select an area, click an area to visit it. You can move and go back. Yeah, that's straightforward. Notes, anything? Notes and locations will be added as you progress. Okay. So can I just click around on stuff? This place is pretty run down, but I can't see any clues yet. Is that just what you're going to say everywhere? Okay. Let me go back then. Hey officer, how you doing? Do I just click on stars? There aren't any clues in the car park. I have to try a little harder than that. Okay, that's self-explanatory. Let's head inside to outside the funhouse. There's someone here too. I better get this investigation underway. Hey, you over there. Who on earth are you? I'm Detective Grimoire. I'm here to solve the mystery of last night's murder. Right, I see it now. The trench coat and everything. I'm gonna go based off of their like grunt animation. Aren't you supposed to wear a hat too? Oh, okay. If this story ends with Grimoire getting the hat that he loses in the next game, I'm gonna love it even more. That's beside the point. Hugh Everton was murdered last night, and you, Charles Ringer, you're a suspect. The main suspect, in fact. Oh, because I'm a clown? Who made that wonderful leap of logic? This is almost like Pegasus' voice in a way. Look, I know Hugh and I never got on, but I can tell you one thing. I'm not capable of murder, or anything close. Look at me. Is this the face of a killer? Okay, I'm gonna have to get a little bit more information of him, I think. I think we just got an update. 1 second, I'm gonna pause very quickly. Okay, hello, welcome back. Yeah, that probably was just a small cut to you guys. Anyway, so profiles page. You'll collect profile information about each of the suspects you meet and also the victim. The suspects will begin with a suspect stamp. Once you find out enough information about each suspect, this stamp will change to an innocent stamp. Obviously, one suspect will not be innocent, so that person's stamp will not change. Once you have innocent stamps for all suspects, but bar one, go speak with Officer James. Pretty straightforward. Seems like they do a lot of it for you. So, you can see right there the suspect part. So Charles Springer, location outside Funhouse, so he's a clown. Charles is the police's main suspect in the case since he did not get on with the victim Hugh Everton, who I assume is this guy. Cool. Are there clues here? No clues here. Are you just gonna say that? Oh, what am I talking to? Intro? Is this gonna be? Yes, okay. This is just gonna be this. Let's hear a lot of hums and hims and hers. Okay. I think I get the gist of it. Last night. If you're not the killer, what were you doing last night? I was here, of course. You know, being a clown and all that. I left quite late last night, actually. A few hold-ups in the evening, but I didn't see anything suspicious. Okay, what was the last thing you saw before you left? Let's see. On my way out, I walked past the Hall of Mirrors and noticed that the door was slightly open. I closed it and carried on through the fairgrounds. The only strange thing about that whole episode was how quiet the Hall of Mirrors was. It normally lets out a loud creak when you move it. I think that's part of the attraction, you know. The Hall of Mirrors, that's the crime scene. I wonder why the door didn't creak that evening, and why it would be open. Interesting. Okay, what about the fairgrounds? So, you work as the clown at the fairground. How long have you been here? A long time. Too long, in fact. I don't really like the way things are going around here. I've no idea why I haven't left for good. I was appalled when the boss hired Hugh Everton to look after the funhouse. Not only was he useless at his job, he was nearly completely deaf with old age. It's just not practical. Still, no one deserves... well, you know. He was deaf with old age? Not very good at his job? This could be important information. Do you get on with the rest of the staff? That'd be a bit of an exaggeration, I'm afraid. I don't mind Mandy and her uncle, but that Ricky... I'm a top-notch entertainer Wara character. It's just too much. He doesn't even like kids. What a joke. Doesn't take any pride in his work. Looks like Charles finds it hard to get on with a Ricky War. He's the entertainer, I think. Also, who is Charles talking to about pride with a big hole in his costume? Maybe I should ask him about that. It's a hole in his costume? Yeah, let's talk about it. Rip close. Why not? If you don't mind me asking, why is there a big hole in your trousers? Surely you'd want to be a little neater than that, even if you are a clown. The black spot, I guess. To be honest, I'd rather we didn't talk about the unfortunate condition of my frilly clown slacks. It's the first time anyone said that, I bet. Still, there must be more to the story of his ripped clothing. Maybe I can find a clue that'll get him to elaborate. Alright, that's straightforward. So we have more information, I guess. Doesn't get on with Wicked Warrior either. His job was looking for the funhouse, and didn't get along with Charles Ringer. Completely deaf with old age for the Everton fellow. Okay. Pretty sure that means that there are no clues here, so let us move left. Let's move left too. Looks like there's someone here. Talk to Mandy, I suppose. Ahem. Ooh. I like this song. Ahem. Excuse me, miss. Do you work here? I'm pretty sure I do. The name's Mandy. Mandy Ferrer? Ferrier? I'm in charge of running this game stall. You seem a bit young to be working in a place like this, don't you think? You seem a bit young. You see a bit... Oh, I guess that's supposed to be seem.
You seem a bit young to be a private detective. Oh, are detectives only allowed to wear a hat when they reach a certain age?
I'm older than I'll look, I'll have you know. Anyway, could you tell me a little bit about yourself? I'm conducting an investigation to find out about last night's murder.
Of course you are. Why else would you show up? Was he after some candy floss? Did you know it's actually bad for you?
My powers of deduction do stretch that far, thanks.
I'm not sure what to tell you. I've worked here for a little while. I got my job through my uncle. This job is helping me pay for college, but it's a lot of fun too. I get to hand out toys to kids. Who doesn't want that?
What if our uncle is here at the fairgrounds? Okay, there's quite a bit we got there, although no clues, unfortunately. So Mandy has the game stall. Yes. Okay. That opens up the map and the notes. Okay, so we can go into each one. After James is here, I should return here when I have proven all the suspects innocent apart from one. The entrance. This is where I met the little girl. She gave me a map of the fairground. We were the fun house. You met Charles Ringer there. In the game stall, Mandy Ferret. Cool. Let's look around. Let's see any old toys. These toys look really cheap. Maybe I should ask Mandy about them. Okay. So the toys. The cheaply made toys given away at the stall. And I guess that opened up old toys. Okay. So I guess they update different things at times. And you can just see the flashing lights at the bottom. Books? I wonder why there are so many books. Try asking Mandy about them, I suppose. Okay. I guess we can open up more conversation points. Anyway, last night. Could you tell me what you were doing last night?
How could I forget, really? I was here late, like I normally am, just kicking about. Eventually I hear shouts coming from the Hall of Mirrors. And then Jerry, oh that's the cleaner, he comes running over to me and starts telling me what's happened. I helped him call the police. After they showed up, we were allowed to go home.
So you were one of the last people here last night?
It seems that way. But I was here at my stall the whole time. I had things to do, you know.
I wonder why Mandy stays late every night. I think I should have a look around before I press her about it. Okay. What about the fairground? Do you get on with other staff here at the fairground?
Oh yeah, the guys often argue amongst themselves, but I stay out of it. Charles, the clown, is a pretty hard guy to get on with, but he's got a good heart. I can't say I had a particular dislike for anyone, except, well, Jerry does get on my nerves, but he's sweet, I guess. I got on well with you, although no one could deny he was pretty useless at his job. The funhouse was always in a terrible state. Sometimes I tried to help you with repairs or ideas for improvements, but he'd never get anything done. I always figured the boss would replace him, but now look what's happened. Sounds like Mandy has an interest in the funhouse. Okay. We're opening up a lot of information. Anyway, what about the toys? I don't want to sound rude, but these toys look pretty cheap. I've never seen those characters before. Yeah, what is this, Blue Eyes White Pikachu? What? What? You've never heard of Turquoise Bunny and his friend Ruby Rabbit? What about everyone's favorite, the King of Scare Felix? Or Jimmy the Striped Horse? He's quite a new one, actually.
I don't know if that's a joke or not. Anyway, I'm already enjoying the way that the story is going, and I can definitely see some of the things carrying over to the next one, especially how they structure the game and stuff like that, like the talking points and how they can unlock future ones and stuff. So we will leave this episode here. I guess next time we'll just continue to explore more about what's going on. So yeah, with that being said, thank you for watching and supporting the Ahdurin region in any way, shape, or form that you do. And until next time, everyone, take care. It's actually cool that, like, the game seems to bleed out beyond the page.